We'll help you put a little spring in your step. That's Spring 2011, today on The Express. On today's show,
the safari look is really big this season.
Spring fashion at Plum White Rock.
See this season pairing a beautiful bright shoe with it.
We're going to take our cupping spoon.
Coffee cupping at Vancouver's Ethical Bean.
Ho, ho!
Local culture from Hayden Longhouse in Mission.
Ho, ho!
And later, Surrey's celebrity portrait artist. See that and more local expression. Welcome to The Express. I'm Johanna Ward at Plum Clothing in White Rock. We've got a little in-store spring fashion show for you coming up. But first, it's a cool new trend on the coffee scene. We're visiting Ethical Bean's Vancouver roaster for a tour and a tasting.
The roastery at Ethical Bean is a busy place. The roasts are small, but they produce some of the most thoughtful coffee in the world.
We buy only fair trade certified and organic coffee, and now we've added things like our sort of carbon neutral or HACCP, food safety, type of initiatives.
Ethical Bean began in 2003 after Lloyd and his wife adopted their daughter from Guatemala.
We were taken really by the friendliness and the generosity of the people, and we're also really shocked to find out that at that point in time they were losing money growing coffee, that I was paying, $10 to $14 a pound for, and I, couldn't figure out why that was fair.
Ethical Bean is now involved in helping the people of Guatemala develop their own coffee-related industries, as well as send their children to school.
$100 puts a Guatemalan child through school for a year. And to date, we've sponsored almost 700 children.
In addition to being a thoughtful, organic, and socially conscious company, the coffee tastes pretty good too, thanks to their resident coffee cupper.
Director of Coffee, Erin, is going to teach us a little bit about cupping. And it kind of sounds weird, but what is it?
Yeah, cupping is not the same as spooning. This is going to be palate enrichment for you. Smelling the dry grounds. We refer to this as the fragrance.
You really got to get your nose in there.
Yeah, and you've got a little coffee on your nose, which is the kind of intensity we like to see people bringing. We're going to add some hot water to the coffee, let it steep. So we're going to break the crust, and to do that, we're going to take our cupping spoon and then just punch through that ground coffee crust that has formed on the surface. And you get an initial release of aromatics.
Well, that's intense.
You just get a little bit, you sort of slurp it in there, and then hold it in your mouth long enough to kind of get an impression of what's going on. I like to chew it.
While it's fun to slurp and spit, cuppings aren't really open to the public. They're basically so that Erin can ensure that Ethical Bean is providing the best coffee to its customers.
Yeah, it's roasted, packaged immediately, and then shipped out. We store very little green here and very little finished goods. We want it to be super fresh.
And if you're really into learning more about your cup of Java, all you need is your smartphone.
We have a QR code now on the back of our bags that allows you to find out who grew the coffee, who roasted the coffee, exactly how it was roasted, cupping notes, and things like that.
And ask any Canadian, what goes best with a coffee? Well, how about an organic fair trade donut? They make those here too. I'm Erin Shaw in Vancouver for The Express.
Ethical Bean roasts about 100 pounds of coffee at a time, and they're expanding their donut business. They say they can produce about 40 dozen donuts every hour. Yum. Another great local company today on The Express, Plum Clothing in White Rock. They've been on the fashion scene for over 28 years, with the majority of their clothes manufactured in Vancouver. And today we're getting a look at Spring 2011.
The individual style is big at Plum. I think you should bring some of what you have always in with your outfits. Never follow the trends, follow what's great for you, and we can accent your special features.
First of all, I love these cargo pants. I've never seen skinny cargos.
Oh, they're the motorcycle ones. The safari look is really, really big this season. So what is really important is going with the skinnies with this loose fitting top. You have the floral prints of the 80s, late 80s, early 90s paired with the cargos, and the motorcycle just gives it a heavier edge. And pairing a big platform with it is really cute. And Hope is wearing a very beautiful top today. It's a loose fitting top. It's going to move with your body. Again, this is where if you want to hide anything and
not that she has anything to hide at all. No way.
No, but even a bohemian style and with a narrow pant. Key this season, pairing a beautiful bright shoe with it. You know, make something unexpected. Really cute. You'll see in the magazines as well, you're going to see double cuffs. So double cuffs, two bracelets on both wrists. It's really important.
So should I be changing this? Maybe. There we go. Done. I'm in. I'm on trend. Career wear with a little bit of an edge, hey? Love the leopard belt.
Oh, I know. This is to highlight the tulip skirts. You know, wearing a little bit of volume on the bottom is really important. You need to have sort of an updated look this season. You just get a little bit more volume, paper bag the waist with an animal print belt, and have a contrasting pattern with a floral tank underneath.
Okay, this one gets a definite meow then, simply for the belt alone, but yes. And so then we're seeing another blazer here, but this one's quite a different cut.
You have a harder look with this one. You have a military-inspired look, but it narrows the waist here. This really highlights a tiny waist, and it gives you a little bit of interest with a floral print. And then the men's inspired look. You know, you have men's wear this season inspired in women's, so you have the Oxford shoe, taupe, again, a neutral, elongates you. You know, for the office, make it fun. You know, you don't always have to be one color. You know, make it interesting, and then you can take off the jacket and go out to the beach in the evening.
I love it. The biggest thing about all of the looks we're seeing today is that everything kind of has a story to it, so I think that's fun. You know, it's really translating.
Your character should show through.
We've got more meow looks coming up. Plum's also known for its dresses, the Simone line created by in-house designer Claudia Augusti. And we'll have a look at those print dresses coming up. Right now, we're moving to the paintbrush with celebrity portrait artist from Surrey, Dave Benning.
Dave Benning has been painting since he was a child.
Early on, yeah. I mean, I can't paint a landscape to save my life. Yeah, it's true. But I can paint faces, and just kind of lucky. It's one of those things where it's either one or the other for me. John Lennon, working class hero, really difficult one to do just because of the scale of it.
Yeah.
It took a while to do it, to get it all measured out. Iconic.
Yeah.
Iconic.
I think the resale of your house just went up.
Funny story, actually, I had someone come down and they came into my studio for the first time and they looked across and they were like, wow, and they said Harry Potter.
Oh, right, because his glasses.
Yeah, and I was like,
oh, yeah.
I like to try and get I always say I like to try and capture a soul with a portrait. You have to be able to look at the eyes and something has to come out of you. If you don't get the soul, then it makes the painting very flat.
A self-proclaimed classic rock guy, Dave's portrait subjects are often his idols.
The Beatles, I've painted them quite a few times. I'm a big John Lennon fan. Jimi Hendrix, huge Jimi Hendrix fan. I've probably painted Jimi Hendrix more than anyone else. When I'm painting, I stick my headphones on. If I'm painting the Beatles, I'll listen to the Beatles. If I'm painting Jimi Hendrix, I'll listen to Jimi Hendrix.
And he's had the opportunity to meet a few of his subjects as well.
Alice Cooper, who actually signed the painting for me. Gene Simmons, who I met in Arizona, he signed a painting for me too. He's, yeah, quite the character, a very, very nice guy. I said, Gene, can you sign it then? And he says, I can't sign this. And I'm like, oh, why not? And he goes, how am I going to get paid when you sell it? So I said, personalise it then. So yeah, he put the "to Dave" on it and he said, that's cool. I mean, the ultimate gratification for me is to do a painting of Gene Simmons, have Gene Simmons see it, like it, and endorse it. It gives me credibility as an artist, you know, to say, hey, I've done these things for these people and I've met these people.
This UK-born Surrey resident feels at home in front of an easel. In fact, his studio is home.
Yes, here at home, yeah, in my basement, yes. Not much light, very dark, like a little dungeon, but I love it. It's my little escape. I've got enough room in there to keep my canvas, keep my paints, and yeah, it's a fun little place to hang out.
Kessler centers, Burrows scores!
He's now in the process of painting a local sports star, Alex Burrows.
When you see a celebrity so many times, you just got it ingrained in your head, like an iconic image or something. You can get away with a lot more. You can be a bit more creative with it. I just find it's really interesting that you know, especially musicians. I mean, they're artists too, so I kind of enjoy that connection.
Dave's connection with his subjects translated onto canvas is a real piece of work.
I just think it's almost like they're just interesting characters.
In Surrey, I'm Melanie Pineda for The Express.
You don't have to be a celebrity to have Dave paint your portrait. If you'd like to get your own done, you can get details online at davebenning.com. You're watching The Express, and we've got more fashion and even a little fantasy coming up. After the break, the looks for dressing up spring.
What you wouldn't expect with this dress, and that's what makes it.
All my wedding stress has been rubbed away.
The works at Willow Stream Spa.
Warm, heavenly bliss.
You're watching local TV on The Express.